Okay guys, welcome to the fourth episode, fourth of 10 of the One Car Junkyard. My name is Joe, and what I'm going to try to do is, on an individual basis, examine wrecked vehicles, abandoned vehicles, or any other type of vehicle that isn't going to be used anymore, and see what we can do to put a value on it so you can turn that thing into money. This is something you would do to augment your income and have a little fun doing it. Let's look at this one. This is a very interesting car, and it's got a very interesting story. This is a 2015 Honda Civic. As you can see, it's got an interesting story. It looks like it's got at least 30 feet of guardrail that went through one end and out the other. There's no hazmat sticker on it, so it's going to be safe to assume that the person walked away from this one. So let's walk around and take a closer look. Now, here in Southern California, there's these thing called pinch points when you transition from one road to another. And I think this guy hit the pinch point, okay, or it's called the gore point. And he hit it, and it went right through the windshield and right out the back. And it looks like it bounced off the engine here. You know what? I think that engine made it. You know, there might be a broken valve cover, but I think that motor is probably salvageable. So as we walk around the corner, we can see that it took out the dash. Looks like the dash and the steering column wound up on the guy's lap, and he just opened up the door and walked away. Man, you guys should have bought a lottery ticket that day, I'll tell you that. You know, this is the atypical Honda Civic. They made 1 million of them. Great automobile, really good for parts, just a good all-around car. You know, a few things made it. Looks like, no, the deck lid didn't made it. The corner lights on the quarter panels, they made it. That bumper's salvageable. Okay. And looks like the two passenger doors made it. Now, if you're an American, okay, there's this term we use, it's called shotgun. Okay, and whenever I have my European friends with me and we want to go on a road trip, I said, "Are you sitting shotgun?" And they look at me like I'm crazy. Well, that's an American term. Shotgun means in a stagecoach in the old Western movies, the guy with the shotgun sat next to the driver to protect people. So that's an American term. So if any of you guys who live anywhere but the U.S., that's a little bit of Americana term for you, shotgun. I love telling people, my European friends, that story. So I call this a bread and butter car, even though it's got a pretty crazy story by the looks at it. It's still a really good parts car, okay? Let's get it up in the air, see what we can find. Okay guys, we're underneath the car here, and it's, you know, if you're going to sell it to your buddy who's got the wrecking yard, you want to get underneath and get a good inspection so you can tell him what he's got to make some money on. So I am looking at a motor and transmission that looks like it made it. However, it did get hard enough to pull the CV axles out of the transmission. Now this thing right up here, I don't know what this is. Some sort of overdrive unit, but I tell you what it is, it looks expensive. So it's got two cats. It's got one on the catalytic converters, not Cadillac converters. It's got a catalytic converter on the back, and then it's got one on the front. And those cats are going to be worth probably about $150 for the pair. Prices have really, really dropped. But other than that, you know, it's got some decent tires on it. And who knows, this thing might have $50 worth of fuel in it. You'll never know. You'll just have to check. This is one I would sell to an auto wrecker. And let me tell you guys, there's nothing wrong about siphoning fuel out of a wrecked car to put it in your O's to keep going down the hill. Okay, guys. Well, did your basic evaluation on this one. We're gonna get this over to our buddy who owns a wrecking yard. So let's get it on the ground. This car, I would call what we call in the business bird dogging, where you find it for somebody, okay? And as we talked about the 4 different ways of helping you get rid of a piece of salvage like this, I would contact my friend, the friend that you're gonna make who's got an operating junkyard, and sell it to him. Because We got a couple of doors there. Yeah, this got to be worth, I'm going to say $600 for, probably a little bit, maybe $600 for a pair of doors. Motor trans, that's every bit of $1,000. This car's going to part out at about $2,000. So I would do my best to maybe not pay more than $200 for it, sell it for $700, and let the guy, let your buddy make some money on it, because these cars really part out well. Okay, they really, really do. Remember, the whole idea is to get one car, make your money on it, and go on to the next one. Don't fall in love with this stuff. I think one of the biggest problems people have is, especially if you're a car guy, you see something, oh my God, oh, I got to do that, fix that, and I can have a... No, that's not how you do it. You do not fall in love with this stuff. You fall in love with the cash you're going to make processing this stuff and flipping it. Save your bucks and buy something cool like a 911 or something. Don't save your money and have another turd project in your driveway. Turn and earn, make your money, and go on to the next one. Or in other words, don't get high on your own supply. And I know some of you guys know that, what I'm talking about. Okay, guys, hey, I want to thank you for watching episode 4 of the One Car Junkyard, featuring this shish kebab 2015 Honda Civic. I'd like you to like, follow, and subscribe. And I'd like you to follow me again for number 5. We're going to shoot 10 of these things, and I really, really hope you like it. Stand by for number 5.